Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, we didn't get the opportunity to connect this past weekend because, of course, I was having some technical difficulties with the new setup that I have here. Triple monitors that are still not working, but at least I got the main monitor working. Now, so we saw what occurred today, this past weekend with Bill Haney and Bernard Hopkins. Now, I know you have feelings about Bernard Hopkins and what he did, but, you know, I'm actually a little bit more concerned with the level of vitriol, it seems, that is provoked by the Haneys. It's like, man, like Bill has been talking a lot, and I have been appreciative, if you will, of what Bill Haney has been saying, because I think it's good that you're promoting your fighter. I think that's absolutely what you should do. There's been it's been about since the Regis Prograis fight, 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, about 3-4 weeks. Yeah.
And Devin Haney's name is still out there 3-4 weeks after. It's because Bill Haney has done an amazing job with continuing to put Devin's name out there. And this just adds to it. And to me, what they're saying is evoking feelings in fighters. You got to ask yourself, I mean, do they have the sport shook right now? Now, seriously, like Devin. So Bill is saying that Devin is the Devin Haney era. Bill is saying that Devin is the face of boxing. And this is contrary to everything that we believe and that what we've seen so far, which is Gervonta Davis and Canelo Alvarez are the faces of boxing. That this is not the Devin Haney era. If anything, it's the Terrence Crawford era. Devin has not done extremely well in terms of pay-per-views. We saw Ryan Garcia say they only did 30,000 pay-per-views. Now, I wonder if that's in reference to the fact that they started a negotiation process and maybe that information was leaked to him. I don't know, but we know that Devin didn't sell a whole lot of pay-per-views. We've seen Devin on social media saying things like, if Ryan Garcia sells so many pay-per-views, why hasn't he been on a pay-per-view before and since Gervonta Davis or Abdul Wahid? And that's fair. It's a fair comment, but it's like they're evoking this emotion out of fighters and trainers that I haven't seen in quite some time. So, Jay, I'm going to pose this question to you. I mean, he got, and let me go into this before I even go there. The fact that Bernard Hopkins was so inclined that he felt that he needed to challenge him to a bathroom fight and then push the man as he was walking. He said, hey, I'll follow you. And then he said something like, you walk where I walk or something like that. I don't even know why he's so pissed, because they were just negotiating with those guys and trying to make the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney fight. So I don't know why Bernard would be pissed at him. These guys are just evoking a level of just vitriol that's just, it's very interesting, and I commend them for it. Some people gonna think we're hating on them, but I don't. I commend them because you know my philosophy, Jay. All press is good press. I believe all press is good press. Whether somebody is saying something positive or negative about you in regards to the sport, it keeps your name buzzing and people want to see you. So I don't have any problem with it. I don't agree with everything Bill Haney is saying or Devin Haney is saying, but man, you got to wonder, do they have these guys shook? Jay, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, first off, it was a sucker move by B-Hop. That was just a sucker move, man. He's going to end up getting himself banned from a lot of events doing that. You know, after the moment he touched Abdul Wahid right during the Ryan fight, when they're doing the weigh-ins, he put his hands on Tank. You know that, and then now this was more egregious, you know, than anything else. I mean, that was uncalled for cover. That thing had gone left. It would have been really bad for everybody. To your point, you know, Bill is doing what Bill's supposed to do. He's the promoter. He's the father. He's the one out there keeping his son's name out there, and he's making everyone talk about Devin, whether you want to or not, whether you like him or not, you know, and, you know, he's pillow fisted. He's this, he's that. You know, everyone's talking bad about him or talking good about it. Either way, it's making people pick sides. Is make people pick sides, and it's elevating his profile as far as popularity, as far as people knowing him and digging on him, doing more searches on him to find out who he is, what he's done, and what he hasn't done, what he's going to do in the future. So I mean, I find it funny, the way Bill's moving. You know, it can be annoying. I ain't gonna lie. You know, since he's more of a mouthpiece than the actual fighter, his son. But you know, Devin does a little bit of something. That's his little Twitter fingers from time to time. You know, he's a hell of a fighter. Let me say that first and foremost. So definitely, we're not hating on Bill or Devin. Devin's a phenomenal fighter. You know, the way Bill goes about it at times can be annoying, but he's doing what he's doing what the promoter's supposed to do. You know, B Hop and Oscar should kind of take note to see what he's doing that, because if they were doing that for Ryan Garcia profile would be elevated even more than what it is right now. You know, we know him as a TikTok person, social media guy, but then they could elevate even more to help him out with his boxing aspect on that. You know, Ryan got to his status off of Ryan, not B Hop or Oscar. Bill and Devin, they're definitely elevating, because before all this, you really didn't know much about Devin. You really didn't. You know, granted, he had to put the work in the ring. He had to get in there and take the lower deal to fight Kimbosis twice in Australia, fight Loma, and then dominate Regis Program in their fight. So he had to do his job in the ring, but Bill's doing a phenomenal job, because you're gonna be talking about Devin for a while now. You know, Devin's always out there, especially the fact that B Hop did that little sucker ass move. It's making B Hop it lowered B Hop more and elevated Devin and Bill higher after that move, because Bill took the high road on that. Bill just looked down and laughed at him. You know, he gave Bill even more power. So it didn't help. It didn't hurt him by what B Hop did. Actually, I think it elevated him.
I think it elevated him in the sense that it gives people something to talk about. I don't know if it actually elevated Bill Haney. But nah, I mean, Bill is doing what he's supposed to do. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And creating conflict and tension by claiming that Devin Haney is the face of boxing and he's the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport, it's a good thing. And it's going to have people debating to some extent. Now, I think most people will tell you that Devin is not the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport. It's Terrence Crawford. Yeah. I think most people would tell you that Devin Haney is not the face of boxing. It's Canelo Alvarez or Abdul Wahid or both. Can you consider Devin a face of boxing? One of the faces of boxing? Sure. But the face of boxing? No. So, you know, it's a situation where, you know, he needs to continue to do what it is he's doing, continue to put that tension out there and let people discuss it like ourselves. And but you have to start wondering, man, is there a level of truth in what they're saying? Because why is it ruffling so many feathers?
Yeah, a hit dog a holler.
To the point where you want to challenge him to a bathroom fight. Now, I don't know what happened prior to that. Maybe there was some of an exchange that happened, or maybe there's been an exchange between he and B Hop that we are not privy to. But man, it's just a reaction that is just surprising. So you guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to Bill Haney, Devin Haney, and how they have the whole sport seemingly shook by at least the responses that we've been seeing from some of these people. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out.